this is Lisa Schmid. Welcome to Wonder Wednesday. I had to think about what day it was and what we're doing. But welcome to Wonder Wednesday. Wonder Wednesday is a time when I will answer a question or show you a technique or how to use a tool or something like that. So, excuse me, if you ever have a question, please email me, text me, put it in the chat, and I will answer the question for you. So today I'm going to show you a tissue paper technique. Say that 3 times fast. A tissue paper technique. Actually, I have 2 of them, and yeah, I think they're kind of fun, a little messy, and that's okay. All right, so the stamp set that I'm going to use is this one right here, and this is artistically inked. It's a gorgeous stamp set. If you haven't seen it, the Designer Series paper is equally as pretty. And then I will show you the finished card using this die and using particularly this one. That's the one I'm going to use, and I'll show you that. But first, let's show you how to make the fun background. So I don't know if you've seen, you could use something like this. Stampin' Up! Used to sell these trays. I'm going to actually do the back here, and you could use anything that's kind of flat. And I'm going to, oh, can you grab my water, the spray water? I'm going to just kind of ink on here in Granny Apple Green. Now, I didn't do it in this color. I did purple and pink. So we're going to do Granny Apple Green. And instead of stamping another color on top, I'm going to use, I'm going to use our Stampin' Blends for the green, because I can see where the blue is. So I just want to get some green in there. I want to use the other side. I'm going to use this side. I just want some green in there. And I know that hole is there. That's not ideal, but it's okay. Okay. So then I'm going to take some water and spritz it on. I just need to hold that up for a second because apparently a little bit low on water. Okay. And I can see that right here, I can see the lines of the marker. So I'm just going to kind of use the lid just to mix. I don't really want those sharp lines. So there we go, and I'll just clean that off. We'll see how that looks. I am going to take some tissue paper, which I brought over. Here it is. And I'm just going to lay it on here. And then I will take a tissue or another piece of paper, and I'm just going to use another little piece of tissue paper. You could use a regular tissue, but just something to pat it down. I don't really, you can see I got it, the last one I did, kind of on my fingers. That's okay. Pat, 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 pat. So I'm just going to kind of get this on here like that. Whoa, whoa. I don't want that to come up. So wow, I can see the green quite a bit. I actually see the green a little bit more than the blue. But yeah, I'm not seeing the blue much at all. So I'm going to add some more blue and go back and do that. And the marker actually worked better than the stamp pad. I used the stamp pad last time, so I didn't use the marker. So there we go. Let's just mix it, mix it, mix it, mix it.
Hi, Sandy. Hi, Deb.
Hi, friends. And I am going to put this right back on there, even though it's very wet now. Let's see. It was this way. I want to get the colors in the same places as I had them. There we go. So this time it's going to pick up a little bit more blue. All right, so it's pretty wet, and when I peel it up, what I would do is actually dry it and then put it on. I dried it using a heat tool. I told you it's a little bit messy. The blue really didn't show up. I'm kind of surprised. I wonder if it's because it's pool party, so it's a little bit light. But so then we just put it on our, dry it first, put it on your card, and you kind of have this cool background. There we go, like that. We're trying something new with some lights, so just hang in there. All right, so let me show you the card I made with this, and then you would just wipe this off or wash it. Let me show you the card I made, because obviously this isn't dry, so I'm not going to complete that one. But I did it with pink and purple, Gorgeous Grape, and I used Magenta Madness. No, I used this pink.
Melon Mambo.
Melon Mambo. And then I die cut those out. So it's kind of a fun background. It's just different. little, just something different to do. And then I did the happy birthday. This is from the sweet ice cream stamp set. So there we go. It's kind of fun, just something a little different. You know, I'm going to leave this over there, and maybe when we're done, it might be dry. Like I said, if you use the dryer, the heat tool to dry it, it will dry. And I'm actually curious. I'm just going to try because I want to. I'm curious if I can go back in. No, not really. Okay. Curious if I could add some more of the blue, but it's actually looking more green. All right. So that is one technique just for fun. The other one I think you might like even better. This one we are actually going to stamp on tissue paper. It's okay that it's too big. No problem there. I actually want it to be bigger than my paper. So this paper is actually a quarter sheet. So it is, we used to have that right here. It is 5.5 by 4 1/4. I'm going to cut it down, but if I cut it first, it's hard to cut the tissue paper. So we are going to stamp on the tissue paper, and I am going to just take my little rubber mat and put it underneath. Here's where this comes in. Now it's fall here in Minnesota, and if any of you know me, you know I love bright colors. Well, fall, once it gets a little past the peak, it's a little bit gray. So this one is Bermuda Bay. So I'm going to stamp our flower with Bermuda Bay. Isn't that pretty? And I'm going to use, this time I am going to use Magenta Madness. So we'll clean that on my chamois and then come in and there we go. I'm going to put this one down here. Ooh, I like that. The last one I did use Melon Mambo and it was kind of dark. So, and then I'm going to use the Mango Melody. I love bright colors. They make me really, really happy. So I'm going to stamp that one right there. Okay, then we're going to go back and put a little center in because the stamp set has this little center right here. So we're going to go ahead and use the little center right here. We'll stick it on this little block, and I'm going to go into each one of the colors. This one's the blue. I think I'll put it in here. The blue. Bermuda Bay, it's not blue. And then clean it off, go to the mango. I'm going to put, oops, mango's going to have to go here. Otherwise, we're going to end up with Magenta Madness and Magenta Madness. There we go. Okay, the other thing this stamp set comes with are these little dots. A little stamp with little dots. So I think we should add some of those. I'm going to add them in the magenta. So just some, I'll just give it a little texture, a little bit extra, something, something. All right, maybe a few more down here. Yeah, maybe one more. Okay, so those are my little dots. I'm also going to stamp, because this stamp set comes with hello, best wishes, and thanks. So I'm just going to use that little hello because I feel like that is going to fit quite nicely on the bottom. And
was anyone surprised that you went with hello?
Fine. I'm going to stamp the, just kidding, the thank you, which would still look cute there. So we could
Lisa
put
just
the
likes
thanks,
hello.
but I do like hello. Well, it's good for everything. And I'm going to go with the Bermuda Bay so I can put it right
Deb says, of
here.
course you chose hello.
Yes, because it's versatile. It could be anything. All right, so I've stamped on my paper. I'm done with my inks. I'm going to close them. Ha ha ha. And I'm going to take my quarter sheet of white cardstock and I'm going to put some glue on this. I'm actually using our multi-purpose glue. Move that out of the way. And I'm going to put glue on the whole thing. So, and this one is a new one, so I know it's full. There we go. All right. And I know, again, like I'm going to cut this down a little bit so I didn't get all the way to the edges, and that's okay. So I'm going to stick this on. I want to start with my word because I don't want my word to get crumpled. So let's put that, kind of see where the top is. Maybe like there. And I can crinkle it a little bit if I want, give it a little more texture. I could kind of flatten it. I didn't want my words to have texture though. I want them to be kind of flat-ish. There we go. I could have gone a little higher maybe, but let's go ahead and trim the edges. So I'm gonna, I'm gonna trim this edge off right on the edge because of where my, you know what, I think I'm just gonna use scissors. Last time I tried to cut the tissue, just the tissue in the paper cutter, it didn't work so well. So I'm gonna get this off here. I suppose you could even maybe tear it and give it some kind of funky edge. I'm not so good at that. I don't trust myself to do that right now. So let's just cut these like that. The top I'm probably gonna need to cut a little bit off. And we'll cut this side. Oh, that's right. One side we will cut a little bit shorter because I remember it is a quarter sheet. So let's get that off so we can see. All right. So I think I'm gonna take my 1/4 inch off this side.
Closer to you.
Oops. I'm going to take my 1/4 inch off this side because I have a little bit more space there, which means I do need to fix my little tissue on that side, which is fine. Okay, so on this side, I'm going to take off a 1/4 inch. I'll deal with the top in a moment because I want this to be 4 1/4, or I want it to be 4 inches, not 4 1/4, just 4 inches. There we go. Like I said, much easier to cut the tissue when it's on with the cardstock. Yep. I can't go a full 5, so I'm just going to eyeball a 1/4 inch and hope that it is good. All right, I'm going to put this one on the Bermuda Bay. What do you think so far? I mean, it's just fun, and thank you, Deb. She said, yeah, I agree, it's versatile. Yeah, so.
I know it's versatile.
All right. I was looking for my bone folder, which doesn't apparently, see, when I have people over, I end up moving things around. That's okay. All right. And this, okay, so I don't like all that white, so I am going to cut that off. And then I'll just have a little gap on the bottom, and maybe I'll put something there, and maybe I won't. We'll see. But isn't that pretty? I think it's fun. Oops, move down a little bit.
Sandy says she loves the colors.
Me too, Sandy, me too. So I could go, I think I'm just going to go middle. I could go
Deb
high.
said, ooh, ah.
I also do have some ribbon, so maybe I'll go high and put the ribbon there. Let's do that. And I'm just going to go ahead and use the same glue that I was just using, just because it's out, it's handy, it's right here. And then I will show you the other one and we can decide which one you like better. So I kind of like my even edges. I just think it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stick this on with adhesive. It's right here. I'm just going to go straight across right there. It will stick just fine. I'm going to go over the edges because when I cut with my scissors, then I'll get it perfectly to the edge. If I try to go to the edge, then it ends up being shorter, or I don't know, just don't care for it. And I think I'll just go with a knot. I could go with a bow, I could go with a knot. We can do whatever we want, right? And I'm going to put it over on this side because I've got the hello over there. So just to balance that out a little bit, I'll grab a glue dot. Oh, look, same ribbon. Remember that hack? Love it. It's brilliant. All right, and I'm going to kind of squish my ribbon behind it so it makes it look like it's actually tied. Okay, so there is.
Hey, Trudy.
Now, bling, 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 bling. Why would you have a card and not put bling on it? So let's add some bling just because it's so fun and we can.
And which are we adding?
We're adding the Rhinestone Gems, Rhinestone Basic Jewels are what they're called. Okay, so there we go with a little bit of tissue behind it. Isn't that pretty? Let me show you the other one I made. I like to clear off my space here so you can see well. Here's the other one. Like I said, this one was Melon Mambo, and I felt like it came out really dark compared to the Magenta Madness. So there we go. And I think on the back of this cardstock, it had some of my ink on my fingers from the purple card that I made from this one. So that's what's showing up here. On this one, I was more careful not to get it all over. What do you think? Which one do you prefer? Do you like the Bermuda Bay or the Melon Mambo? All right, so I want to tell you what's coming up. We have Quick Stamp coming up, and that is coming up on November 4th. Just kind of cleaning my space here, and I have to show you one card that I made, another card for Quick Stamp. November 4th, you sign up at thestamperstudio.com. It's in person, but look at this card. Oh, you brought it down, good. I'm going to move those. Oh, you like both, Sandy. Way to be diplomatic. Check this out. I made this card and I went up to Dave. I'm like, okay, best card ever. I just thought it was so stunning. So stunning, using blending brushes, and could be a boy card or girl card, doesn't matter. But I just thought, oh, so fun. So that's one of the birthday cards we will be making on November 4th. Oh, my frame is over there too, sorry, because I showed it to some friends last night. Dave will run over and get it. And then don't forget, Stamp and Sip is coming up on November 10th in person, or November 11th is virtual. And it's $25. That includes the frame and everything you need to make this wonderful fall accent piece decor. Yeah, I'll go down as low as I can on that. Isn't that so pretty? I think it's gorgeous. I think it's really fun. So $25 includes everything, and my goodness, when you put it out, people are going to say, "Where'd you get that?" And you can say, "Oh, you could make one too." Just call Lisa.
I made it.
Yeah, you can say, "I made it." All right, friends, that's what I have for you. I look forward to seeing you on Saturday. I have some more of Eden's Garden to share with you, which is a sneak peek to an upcoming stamp set that will be available for you on November 2nd. So that's super exciting. I think that's all I've got for you. If you make any cards using the tissue paper technique, put them in the chat so we can all enjoy them and ooh and ah at them. They are quite simple, but I think they have kind of a fun, different look on them. So
One thing quick before we go.
yes, sir.
Lisa did mention we were testing some lighting. So my question for you, for our regular viewers, how do you like the lighting on Lisa and on the cards that we showed today? So just as a question, go ahead and put a comment in and let us know, just because we're always trying to make things better, and that would help us out.
When we get packages in the mail, I know that Dave is working on making something better, camera, light, something, but I love that. All right, friends, happy stamping. Like the page, share it with your friends, and invite people to Stamp and Sip with you. Happy stamping.